regard to that decision. But like with any case, there's always a risk of liability, and the process for litigating that case will be months, if not over a year, of additional ongoing costs and disruption of staff time. Based on these two pending matters, Council did authorize our office to conduct settlement negotiations again with Guardian Inn and FNL Management. Even though FNL Management has no claim for damages at this point, we still negotiated. As a result of those negotiations, we have in front of you a proposed settlement agreement that is pretty straightforward in terms of what it provides. Number one, it provides for the dismissal of all pending claims, both the arbitration and the newly started civil action in district court. It calls for a full release or mutual release of all claims by the parties between each other, and it calls for the payment of $150,000 to Guardian Inn and its investors. This settlement agreement is being recommended tonight after a review of the kind of economic realities of the case, the ongoing defense costs for the next year or so, the risk of potential liability both with regard to the upcoming arbitration hearing as well as under the lease agreement. The case, the settlement has also been recommended to eliminate ongoing disruption and distraction of staff. It provides city with resolution and certainty with regard to the development of Henley addition. Overall, we believe it's the best economic option considering the costs and risks that are facing the city. Again, notwithstanding our view that we have strong arguments to support the termination of the lease agreement based on the damage claimed and the time and expense that would be incurred to defend that action. Again, we consider the $150,000 payment to Guardian Inn to be reasonable with the full releases and dismissal of all the actions. Again, with that said, we recommend approval of the resolution and execution of the settlement agreement. If anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Terry, you have anything to add?
Nothing.
Mr. Sarver?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Any questions from the council?
I think it should be stated that the insurance trust is contributing to the settlement.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, I did forget to add that as additional factor of the decision. The insurance carrier has offered to contribute and will be contributing $25,000 of the $150,000 payment.
Thanks for
Obviously, they've been consulted and concurred with the recommendation.
Thanks for clarifying that, Bob. Any questions or comments from council?
So we need a motion on the resolution.
At 2014-013.
I'll move to approve and execute the agreement.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bunkie, second by Mr. Dahl. Any questions or comments or otherwise from the council? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes. Thank you. Do we need anything else from Bob? Bob, we're ready to go.
Thank you very much, and I wanted to thank city staff for all the assistance they gave, and also Terry Chiglow and his help throughout this process. It's been a long couple of years, and I'm glad we resolved it. Again, the settlement, not everyone's going to be happy, but I think it's in the best interest of the city.
All right.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. We'll let you go. Thanks, Bob.
Thanks.
place when Ryan was putting.
Good idea. Yes.
Haven't jumped on any new claims, have you?
Oh, boy. That's over quick compared to what I'm doing right now. All right, let's move on.